Guys, Daniel here again. Welcome to another tutorial videos of our tutorial video series. In these videos, I will go in details of one of very important key features that we provide in WriterZen, and that is the features called cluster. So with cluster, I was sharing earlier is the function that helps you group keyword with similar ranking probability together. For example, if you have a list of keywords, 3,000 different keywords, right? And you can't just simply write an article for each and every single keyword, and that would be 3,000 plus article that you have to write, and that would just doesn't make sense. And you do know that there are different keywords that actually have the same meanings. For example, nutrition plan for type 2 diabetes is probably the same with type 2 diabetes nutrition plan. And you don't want to write two articles for those keywords, but you do have to find which of those keywords that actually belong to the same group, so that you could just simply write one article and include all those keywords in that article, so that when Googlebot go in, scan your content, they do know that you already targeting these few articles, and when one article rank or one keyword rank, you have a very high chance that other keyword will be able to rank. Correct. So that is essentially the function of cluster. And I mean, this is the process in which every single SEO team on earth will have to do manually in the past. I mean, in the history of SEO, and it used to take us several days and with a lot of manpower to do a list of keywords, let's say 4,000, because we actually manually have to go through the Excel sheet and start compiling keyword that have kind of similar meanings together by hand, and that is horrible. So what we did is that we come up with a mechanism for our cluster, and we actually check the top 10 position, the sub position of each of these keywords. So that's our algorithm, that's what it does. And then we'll look for keywords that have similar search results. So let's say you click on here, and then you have this cdc.gov, this URL, and this URL, these URLs. I mean, there's 10 URLs. And then we look for the second keyword, and we find that, 4 of these URLs are similar to this. It basically means that these two keywords have the same meaning, and Google kind of categorized them in the same sort of meaning category, and they will rank together. So what we did is we developed our cluster, and when you click on cluster, you can cluster selected keyword, or you cluster all. So selected keyword mean that let's you do all of the filtering that work that you have. Let's say I'll just do a simple filter. It's 100 max 300. And right here you have 633 keywords. So you did all your filter, whatever, you find your long tail keyword and whatnot. And then you have, let's say, a result of 600 keywords. And now you want to cluster them. This is the keyword that you want to target for this, for this. And you want to make sure that you will be able to group the keyword that have similar meaning together, so you can write content for each. Click on cluster selected, and it'll bring you to this pop-up. And this is create new cluster project. We'll have the description down here. Keyword with similar search result will be grouped into relevant cluster. And you can now set a clustering level for this group of keyword. Clustering level mean that you can actually set the scrutiny level. So group keyword with 3 similar search results, meaning that we will only look for 3 similar URLs in each of the ranking. And you can increase this range to all the way to 7. So by 7, that means that it's very tight. It usually will provide you with the best sort of like a really highest quality group of clustering, ensuring you that the keyword that belong to a group, it will be the meaning that they belong together are very tightly. With 3 being very loosely, right? With 3 you'll find some group keyword that has maybe like 13, 14 keyword. But with 7, you will typically find keyword like 3 to 6 keyword group into different group. What you do is, I mean, the reason why we set out this way is that you, first of all, give you the flexibility. So first, for some really large group keywords, you want to start with 7, and then you drop down to like 5, or then eventually with the keyword that don't belong to any group, you will choose 3. After you have this, you will create a new cluster project. Let's say nutrition plan. Will show you the information. This action required how many keyword credit. One keyword equal to 1 keyword credit. And will show you how much keyword credit that you have left. And you click activate. And once you click activate, we'll actually start a new project in the tool called Keyword Importer. So you'll bring to a new, this is actually a new window. And from here, we'll actually start working on, first of all, we import the data of the keyword that you launch in Keyword Explorer. And second, we'll show you the cluster of this keyword. So this one take a while. It's usually will take about like 20 to 30 minutes. So what I'll do is I already have a group keyword here. I already run, and I can show you. So this is the layout of the content itself. So once you activate that, we'll bring you to here, and you'll be able to see all these group keyword and break them into not in any cluster keyword. It means that keyword that don't belong to any cluster. You will then what you have to do is you then will run another cluster function with this list of keyword, right? You can and loosen out the title, the similar result. Like instead of 7, now it's go to 3, and you'll be able to kind of find keyword that have similar ranking probability in this group. So the layout of this is, the first would be the general information, total amount of keywords, the cluster level that you set, cluster group, how many groups that you are able to bring down to group, how many keyword, how many groups that you see, and then not in any cluster keywords, and that's the amount of keyword that actually don't belong to anything. Right? Over here you have all the sorting mechanism, sorting by volume, pinup, and export. So you can either export selected or export all. So if let's say you select this, and you can just select export selected, or you can just simply select all, export all. From here, in each of this, you can click on show idea, and we'll show you all the list of keyword below. Or you can save them into keyword list, create new list, or existing list, add them to existing list. So from here, you can simply click on export all, save this mission plan, click on Excel, save, and the list of keyword will show something similar to this. First of all, it breaks them down to three tabs. The first tab is project information, so give you overall information of the project itself. Cluster keyword, these are all the keyword, and break them into different cluster. The cluster, total search volume of the cluster, average CPC of the cluster itself, the list of keyword that belong to the cluster, and search and then information for each of these keyword individually. And then we have another tab which are all of the keyword that don't belong to any cluster. So this way you will be able to kind of save this list of keyword and then do more with what you need to do. So I think that's it. That is the key function keyword cluster that we provide. Hopefully that helps you in doing more. You can again turn on textbook mode when you're first playing with this, so that you can see the definition of each function as you hover your mouse over. In the next video, I'll talk about forecast, and then after that will be golden filter. So thank you very much, and look forward to sharing with you more in next videos.